Navigating loneliness and isolation through deep meditation, a path to enlightenment. Loneliness and isolation are deeply human experiences that almost everyone faces at some point in their lives. Whether triggered by a loss, separation, or existential questions about our place in the universe, these feelings can bring about intense emotional and mental strain. However, what if instead of avoiding or fearing these moments of solitude, we could use them as a pathway toward personal growth and spiritual enlightenment? This is where the practice of deep meditation becomes an invaluable tool. In this video, we'll explore how you can transform loneliness and isolation into opportunities for self-discovery, peace, and ultimately enlightenment by diving into the depths of meditation. Whether you're a beginner in meditation or have some experience, this guide will help you understand how to leverage solitude to connect more deeply with yourself, discover profound truths, and live a more fulfilling life. Understanding loneliness and isolation. Loneliness is often misunderstood. It's not just about being physically alone, it's the emotional experience of feeling disconnected from others or from the world around you. You could be in a room full of people and still feel isolated. Similarly, isolation may be voluntary, like choosing to spend time alone, or it could be the result of circumstances beyond your control. Both loneliness and isolation can evoke feelings of sadness, anxiety, or emptiness. However, these experiences don't always have to be negative. Many spiritual traditions see moments of solitude as opportunities for profound personal transformation. The key is how we frame these experiences, and more importantly, what we do with them. The gift of solitude. Instead of viewing loneliness as a void, try to see it as an invitation, a gateway to deeper understanding. Solitude gives you space to reflect on your inner world without distraction. This introspection can lead to self-awareness, emotional healing, and a closer connection to your true self. In deep meditation, this journey of solitude can take you even further, revealing deeper layers of consciousness and even glimpses of the metaphysical aspects of life. The practice of being alone, when paired with meditation, can be one of the most powerful tools for awakening. How meditation transforms loneliness. Meditation, in its essence, is the art of sitting with yourself in stillness. It allows you to face your inner thoughts, fears, desires, and emotions without judgment. When you sit in deep meditation, you turn inward and cultivate a space where thoughts are no longer something to avoid, but something to observe. Over time, this practice enables you to witness loneliness without getting caught in it. Here's how meditation can help you navigate loneliness and isolation. 1. Mindfulness and awareness. Through mindfulness meditation, you learn to become an observer of your thoughts rather than a victim of them. When loneliness arises, instead of resisting or feeling overwhelmed by it, you simply acknowledge it. This practice of non-judgmental awareness is crucial. You begin to see that loneliness is just another emotion, like happiness or anger. It passes, just like every other emotional state. By becoming aware of how loneliness feels in your body and mind, you create a space between you and the emotion. This space allows you to choose how to respond, rather than react impulsively. This shift in perception is incredibly powerful because it reframes loneliness from something painful to something manageable. 2. Cultivating compassion. Another significant aspect of meditation is the development of compassion, both for yourself and others. When we feel lonely, we often become self-critical. We might think there's something wrong with us or that we're not deserving of connection. Through loving-kindness meditation, you can counter these feelings by silently repeating phrases like, "May I be happy," "May I be at peace," "May I be free from suffering." You develop a sense of compassion toward yourself. Over time, this self-compassion can soften the harsh inner dialogue that often accompanies loneliness. Moreover, this practice can extend outward. As you cultivate compassion for yourself, you naturally begin to feel more connected to others. You realize that everyone experiences loneliness at some point in life, and this shared human experience fosters a sense of universal connection. 3. Detachment from ego. One of the primary causes of loneliness is our attachment to the ego, or the sense of I that feels separate from others. Meditation helps dissolve the boundaries of the ego. In deep states of meditation, you can experience a sense of oneness with the universe, an awareness that everything and everyone is interconnected. This shift in consciousness can dramatically change how you experience loneliness. Instead of feeling isolated, you begin to see yourself as part of a larger whole. This spiritual awakening can bring immense peace and joy as you realize that you're never truly alone. Even in moments of physical solitude, there's a profound connection to everything around you. 4. Surrendering to the present moment. Loneliness often comes from focusing on what we lack, whether it's companionship, understanding, or validation. Meditation teaches you to surrender to the present moment without needing it to be different. This practice of acceptance is key to overcoming feelings of isolation. In meditation, you learn to sit with whatever arises, be it loneliness, sadness, or boredom, without trying to change it. Over time, this acceptance leads to a profound inner peace. You realize that you don't need external circumstances to be happy. True peace comes from within, from accepting the present moment as it is. Embracing the journey to enlightenment. Through consistent meditation, loneliness becomes less of a burden and more of a teacher. It helps you embrace your true self, unearth hidden strengths, and find joy in simply being. This process can ultimately lead to enlightenment, a state of being where you are fully present, fully aware, and fully connected to the universe. Enlightenment doesn't mean the absence of loneliness, but rather a transformation in how you relate to it. Instead of running from solitude, you embrace it as a necessary part of the spiritual journey. In doing so, you transcend the ego's limited perspective and enter a state of unity with all that is. How to get started with deep meditation. If you're new to meditation or feeling overwhelmed by loneliness, starting a deep meditation practice can seem daunting, but it doesn't have to be complicated. Here's a simple guide to get you started. Find a quiet space. Choose a place where you won't be disturbed. This could be a room in your home, a park, or any space where you feel comfortable. Sit comfortably. You don't need to sit in a particular way, just find a position where you feel at ease. Whether it's sitting cross-legged on the floor or on a chair, make sure your spine is straight to allow for deep breathing. Focus on your breath. Close your eyes and bring your attention to your breath. Feel the air as it enters and leaves your body. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back to the breath. Allow thoughts to pass. As you meditate, thoughts and emotions will inevitably arise. Rather than pushing them away, simply observe them and let them pass. Imagine them like clouds drifting across the sky. Practice regularly. Even just 10 to 20 minutes a day can make a significant difference. The more consistent you are, the more profound your experience will be. Final thoughts. Loneliness and isolation, while often seen as negative, can be transformative experiences when paired with deep meditation. Instead of fearing solitude, embrace it. Allow it to be a doorway to self-discovery, spiritual growth, and enlightenment. By practicing mindfulness, cultivating compassion, and dissolving the ego, you can navigate these emotions with grace and come out the other side stronger, wiser, and more connected to the world around you.
Please continue to subscribe to get other intellectual and spiritual videos from Dhruvam Tamil Channel. Thank you for watching.